How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? This is Karis from the new YouTube channel You Don't Scare Us, where my brother and I will be going through some top 5 ghosts, spooky ghost videos and stuff like that, and trying to debunk them. The hope here is that we're going to be basically doing this as a sort of like a side project, where we want to gather enough of a following so that we can start getting people to submit videos to us for us to review. Love the paranormal, love all the ghost videos and stuff like that. Neither of us believe in it. It is total BS. The main theme of this channel, You Don't Scare Us, is to basically dive into these videos and sort of debunk some of the more interesting ones. They're not all going to be winners, and we're hoping to find more often than not videos that we can't explain, and maybe even find some videos that scare us. Then sometime in the future, when we have a little bit more of an establishment, a little bit more of like a foundation for this, we can go into it and start trying to, prove that they're false or fake by staging them ourselves. Maybe even going and doing our own paranormal investigations and haunts in certain places. Like a lot of the forts here in Ontario are pretty haunted, I'm told. There's a lot of top 10 haunted places in Ontario that we would like to check out. So yeah, stick with us. Hit the subscribe button. Maybe throw us a like. It helps a lot with us building our channel. And hopefully we have some entertainment for you. So this one's going to be just myself. My brother's off doing his own thing today. And you'll find that every now and again you'll see a video of just me, just him, the both of us together. I'll find that the ones that are both of us together are probably going to be significantly more interesting. So today we have a video here. It's volume 80 of ghost videos from a channel called Top 5 Ghosts. They have 195,000 subscribers currently. It's fantastic. Looking forward to this. This is probably the first time I've ever reviewed it. Viewed one of their clips before. So hopefully they have some good stuff to offer us. All right, let's get into this. And this time I won't forget the transition. Spooky. All right, here we go.
In this eerie clip, a man is standing in a parking
TikTok,
lot with
always
a
a
ghost building
valuable,
looming in the background.
ghost
Suddenly,
source.
he notices a ghostly or glitch-like figure staring right at him from the building.
There's no audio. I don't hear anything either, so don't feel weird about that. That is 100% a cutout, a silhouette. There's no ghostly figure. If it moves, sure. If it moves, yeah. But it's just a sticker or something on the window. It looks like a self-storage building, so it could even just be like a deterrent for people to break in. Maybe they'll think, oh, there's somebody up there. Or maybe it's an advertisement or something. It's not a ghost. It's not moving. I think I could hear a little bit of creepy music, suspenseful music, but I can't hear any audio from the clip, so maybe it was either DMCA.
The figure doesn't move, and neither does the man, creating an unsettling and suspenseful moment. The chilling stillness of the figure adds to the creepiness.
It's not creepy at all. It's literally just
ghost or just
a sticker, or even just like a light or an advertisement. Like a light-up billboard or something.
In this eerie nighttime footage, a ring camera captures a stranger approaching a house.
At ring. You know what that looks like?
The person gets close to the door, but upon noticing the ring camera, they quickly retreat, deciding not to proceed.
One of the often themes you'll find here is that people are often scarier than ghosts.
Likely prevented
9 times out of 10 it
intrusion.
usually is.
A Spanish man documents eerie paranormal activity inside his house.
Obviously.
The footage begins with him explaining the strange occurrences he's been experiencing over the past few weeks,
messed up that people
including
will approach
unexplained noises and objects moving on their own.
The night.
As he sets up his camera in the living room, he captures a chilling moment.
Sí, ya sé que estás ahí. Manifiéstate.
What prompted you to record this? I think I missed the exposition. I wasn't listening.
Manifiéstate.
Did you hear something creepy? See something creepy?
La sangre de Cristo tiene poder.
Oh, it's a chair being pushed into the room. On its own.
Vale, que sepas que no te tengo ningún miedo. Vale.
Honestly, with the compression and the way that the video looks, it could just as easily be somebody
Vale.
dragging the chair around
Me curo
with a
con la sangre de
string.
Cristo. Esto tiene poder.
The fact that he's not framing the video on the chair, like, show me where this chair is going. Why are you recording the floor? I'd like to see where the chair is going, because in this aspect, it could literally just be somebody pulling the chair.
Being dragged towards his room.
Yeah, so like there's obviously like a
with no visible force causing the movement.
No visible force.
The unsettling event leaves viewers questioning what might be haunting his home.
It seems like to me somebody had tied to like a string or something, maybe like a fishing line. So you get like 80-pound, 100-pound, 200-pound
documents all of the activities
tied around
but
the
this time
the
things
top
were
there,
a lot more scarier than usual.
You know, drag it off camera. The fact that it wasn't showing where it was going or showing it kind of like the in front of it or anything, that kind of led me to believe it wasn't. It's probably staged. Not very interesting, to be honest.
Los perros
pain dice.
Están ladrando ahí a la... Bueno, ahorita me despertaron ladrando y yo no sé de qué.
Is that a Tachi?
Y no sé si...
It's similar. Is that Naruto? Is that...
alcancen a dar cuenta.
I don't know if it's Itachi. Somebody has that symbol on their jacket. I see it sometimes. I'm pretty sure it's Naruto.
Hasta están chillando los perros. Hay algo ahí asomado.
What am I looking for?
Linterna. A ver si se ve mejor.
It's too dark. Can't see. Can't see anything.
Ay, no encuentro la linterna. Aquí está. Ahí va. ¡Oh, la puta madre!
The dogs are whining. Oh, there's a person's face there. Okay.
¡Puta madre! No mames.
No mames. Yeah, I mean... Sure, it's creepy, but let's be real here. It's pretty intentional. A lot of these videos, they cut off before they investigate. There's no transition, obviously. I think this is a different video because it's color changed. Okay, so he stood up, and I'm assuming the door closed. The light changed a bit, so it almost feels like it's a little further forward. Yeah, it is Naruto.
Footage begins with him capturing a clip of his closet where a creepy figure is standing staring at him, and then shuts the door close.
Okay, but like there was no, investigation. You just... What, you just go to sleep? Again, in these kind of situations when you have like a paranormal activity or a paranormal event that's happening like that, you see something like under the corner of your eye, you see there's a person in there, what do? Do you hide under your covers like a child, or do you get up and investigate? 9 times out of 10, people run for it, which I totally understand. He obviously didn't, so he's brave enough to stay in the room and stay present in that situation. But if I were to see that sort of thing happening, and I saw, the door open and there was a person there, first off, I think I was having a night terror, so I'd pick up a flashlight like he did and sort of shine it in there. But if I identified that there was a person in there that I did not recognize, I'm going toe-to-toe. I'm going to defend my castle. I'm going to go and try to stop this intruder. If it was a person I recognized, then obviously I wouldn't. But in the situation where you see here, if I was confronted with some paranormal evidence like that, a small space that people shouldn't normally be able to fit in, and a face that's looking in there, yeah, I'd be startled at first, but I would immediately go and rip that thing open. There's an intruder in my home, or it's a ghost, and if I have my phone and I'm recording, I'm about to get some of the best paranormal activity, best paranormal evidence you have ever seen in your life. Why would I stop? I'll take it to my grave. People will find my phone amongst the dead bodies and cycle through my pictures and go, "Oh my god, that's insane!" But you cut out too quickly, man. You gotta beat the shit out of that intruder. Kick his ass.
Ya piensa que estoy jugando, no sé.
That ring, the ring, that crawls out of TV, just
¿Qué fue ese golpe?
kick it. No, I'll stop talking.
Uy, eso sonó como un grito, no sé si se alcanzó a escuchar. Del rollo de mi casa, ¿no? Porque si va a estar aquí y luego va a estar sola, una, pues que sea de confianza, no se vaya a volar algo, y dos, pues que sepa qué onda, no se vaya a espantar. Entonces, pues le platicaron y dijo, sí, no hay problema, ¿no?
There's not really much to go on here. It's obviously like, him and his... Okay, the light's on. Looks like a reflection. from a window. An open window, I see light coming down, same sort of shade on the wall there. So that kind of suggests to me that like it's just a window that's open and he's just trying to make it seem paranormal, make it seem creepy.
And finds one of the room's lights on when it was supposed to be off.
It doesn't appear to be night. He's probably got blackout curtains in his bedroom.
Captures what appears to be a mermaid on his camera.
From the window.
The footage shows him exploring a vibrant coral reef, surrounded by colorful fish and marine life. As he turns the camera, a mysterious figure with a long, flowing tail swims gracefully in the distance. The figure moves with an otherworldly elegance, blending seamlessly with the aquatic environment. The diver tries to get a closer look, but the mermaid-like creature swiftly disappears into the shadows. A person was capturing the serene beauty of a waterfall, with the camera focused on the cascading water and the surrounding lush greenery, but something odd captured their attention.
I respect the fact that these are quick. Please, sir, can I have some more pixels, sir? That's a really nice looking place. Kind of looks a bit like Sauble Falls from a certain perspective, but... Oh, a person emerges in the water. That was neat. I got nothing for that one. She seems to be genuinely like interested in that. Let's take another look at that. That was kind of interesting. Could it be that there is a log or a stick or something coming down the falls and it splits the falls ever so briefly before? Yeah, that kind of is probably what it was. It was a piece of debris or something that was floating down the river through the falls, and then it split the what do you call it, the falls there, where it getting stuck. There it goes again. I mean, it could literally just be an artifact of the light.
A dark figure emerges.
You can see a dark figure, but against a white background like that.
A brief moment. The video ends with the person expressing confusion.
Did they see a physical? Like, I can't see a physical person there. I just see a silhouette there. I see
recording a casual
water
warning
splitting,
video
nothing
on her
else.
phone. The girl, noticing her dog's unusual behavior, pans the camera around to show the room.
Oh, this looks familiar. I think I've seen these. I feel like I've seen this video before. What's the...
In the corner, barely noticeable at first, is the eerie head of a creepy woman, her eyes wide and unblinking.
Or just like...
The girl gasps.
The third friend at a sleepover who woke up before you and is trying to figure what the hell to do with their time before you get up. You obviously have someone sleeping in the bed with you.
And the video
so you're going to say that there's a group of kids that were sleeping having a sleepover.
The Simply Sarah team sets out on their latest adventure, exploring a reputedly haunted location. Armed with cameras, flashlights, and an array of ghost hunting equipment, they navigate through the dark and abandoned building.
I don't recognize that. Is it a wizard? Tiny wizard? Okay, so shadow in the distance in a public place. I like how we have the opportunity to record their faces reacting to something. Baba Yaga, run! Run! What, it's just a person in the dark. Is this a cemetery? I gotta pay more attention to these intros. What is it, a well? Subtitles would be amazing for these kind of videos. A little bit of context. I honestly don't know why I'm leaning on. I'm wearing headphones. I don't hear it. Like, it kind of maybe sounds a bit like a scream in the background. Hard to say. Pump up the audio a bit. See what.
என்ன பார்த்துருந்துச்சுண்ணே ஏதோ பார்த்துருந்துச்சா? அங்கே பாருங்க இங்கேயும் சத்தம் கேட்குது.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like a bit of a scream.
நம்ம நினச்ச மாதிரி நிறைய இருக்குண்ணா இங்கே. அங்கங்க ஒன்று சுற்றிட்டு இருக்கு.
At first, they capture a creepy dark figure moving in strange noises.
I mean, if we're going to explain this in a way, they just have another person in their group who's all the way down there, like a cameraman or like an extra person who's like sort of interacting with the environment and getting them staging that sort of thing. This does appear to be more of like a dark shadow shape. I got nothing to really say about that. Doesn't seem like anything other than maybe an artifact of like the fact that it's in low light and you're trying to record. Is it one thing that you'll always want to like remember? There's a film, I believe by Key and Peele, where they're trying to catch an alien that's an amorphous sort of kite monster or something like that. That's like abducting people and killing people and shit. And in this video, there's a director that they get in contact with, and he states that it's very important that they catch it on like film. You know, he's a film photographer. One thing that I always find with these kind of videos and stuff like that is that you tend to forget that it's all, unfortunately, video is not physical anymore. Like if you caught something like this on a VHS tape on an original like a recorder, like original camera, it'd be a little bit more credible. Just because it's obviously pulling in all that light and it's like sort of developing that video footage. Or even like, you know, when you capture ghosts on Polaroids, you know, they're a little bit more credible because it's kind of like a one and done. You could probably do double exposure on Polaroids. I'm not terribly certain. And I know you can do double exposure on film camera rolls and stuff like that. There's also the effect of artifacting, where like in like Disneyland, for instance, the ghosts of Disneyland are just the custodians and the security officers doing their laps around the park. And being that they were filmed on VHS, that VHS burns in the image of their route. And so you tend to see like when there's nothing there and they're watching the film back, you can see like the ghost of a character walking around. It tends to just be film burn-in, to be honest. But when you get these kind of videos like this, or videos of like Ring cameras or Nest cameras, they have what's called compression, where they might record these clips, but if nothing happens in the clip, there's no point in burning energy to like, you know, recording the same empty blank street. So the video tends to like basically skip frames or repeat the same frame over and again. And then when a car comes by, you'll see it kind of materialize into the footage. And that's honestly because the camera is saving resources by going into like a low power mode or something like that. You'll always see when the video starts, when you're like looking at your Waze cameras and stuff like that, when you're looking at the video footage, you'll see them skip forward, like they'll appear and then they'll skip forward slightly. That's the video going, oh, there's actual movement. Let's get some recording going. And a lot of times when you record something, even on your phone, you know, you'll find that when you're recording, it goes, you know, the device is too hot, it needs to cool down, so it gives you like that sort of temporary warning and stuff. It's because the device is getting too hot. It's not meant to record 24/7. And so these cameras and stuff are typically designed in a way where they use less power so they don't heat up as much and they don't get, you know, damage themselves. If you're recording on those cameras, I'm not really terribly certain what kind of cameras they were using. I vaguely remember seeing them recording on iPhones. Yeah, they're recording on like cell phones. It looks like cell phones and flashlights. So like right away, you don't have like a high quality video file. You've already got a compressed video file trying to like save space on your local memory. And then you add to that a low light situation like this, and then the fact that the cameras that you're looking at, these cell phone cameras, they're not our eyes. Our eyes can deceive us all the time. That's absolutely true. However, the way that cameras work is they're not one-to-one. It's digital, right? And so they're scanning the environment. They're grabbing it all. They're combining all those all the references into like ones and zeros or patterns, basically like a what do you call a matrix of ones and zeros, translating that to your phone, and then your phone is recompiling that data and showing the video footage. It's not a one-to-one thing. It is a digital video source. So when you get those kind of things with like lower quality phones, or even like phones that are basically just like have like heavier compression on them to save space, you're gonna get some artifacting like this shadow here. I'd like to think that shadow was actually there and that there was a ghost there, but I'm skeptic because I've never personally seen it in real life. I would love to have that kind of video footage, but I take everything filmed on camera with a grain of salt unless it's materialized in a very particular fashion. It's going to 9 times out of 10 be an issue with video compression or light sources or even just the person adding the effect after. This doesn't look like anything other than just a bit of artifacts from low light compensation or low light filming in digital media or digital film. It's not really much to go off of. I don't really think it's very scary. I can certainly understand why people might find this a bit scary. God, I wish I had context for what I'm looking at. It's, again, I'm going to go back to that point I made earlier. When you see something like that and you're filming a paranormal show, why did you pan the camera away? Why do you look for other things happening? You've got some weird, spooky voodoo shit happening here in front of you, okay? You have evidence that you've apparently caught some pretty good fucking evidence of ghosts, right? Pretty good evidence right there. And you're not going to run to it and investigate more? That's your entire job, what you're doing right now. You're not exploring an abandoned hospital and doing like urban exploring. No. You're clearly trying to summon some kind of entity, some kind of ghost or anything like that. So your bread and butter and your entire purpose for being here is investigating ghosts. And you're not going to run straight for it? That alone. I mean, sure, maybe they took the video footage home later and they looked at it and went, oh, I see, there was a ghost there. I didn't see that in my eyes. It had a shadow, though, right? So it was casting a shadow. So it was physically there, and they didn't see it with their eyes. I'll give the benefit of the doubt and say they panned over it and didn't realize it was there. But the first entity that they saw, they were clearly looking at and clearly concerned about. Unfortunately, I don't speak their language, and there's no context, there's no subtitles, there's nothing like that. It's just a clip of some paranormal show. But when you have that kind of evidence and you have that presented to you, there's either one of two things. One, it's a ghost, and you should be running to investigate. Or two, it's another human, and there's either A, no reason to investigate, or investigating will likely get you stabbed. Right? But when you see these kind of things, this is good evidence, right? You'll see it time and time again, and I'm sure we're going to find more clips like this. If you find something that is convincing evidence, like UFOs and stuff, convincing evidence, you have a video of a UFO, and you don't put every ounce of your being into trying to capture as much scientific data as humanly possible, keeping that thing in your point of reference, your frame of reference, just watching it, zoom in on it, zoom out on it, have somebody else recording with you. If you're alone, that's fine. Just record as much as you can because you're collecting evidence of something that could get you a bloody... If I had real footage of a ghost and I could present that to the masses, I could make millions off of that. Billions off of that. Where's your incentive? Like, you clearly have no incentive to investigate. You're just throwing on a show. And like, for what it is, I appreciate this kind of stuff. It's not really there to prove that ghosts exist. It's really just there to like creep out people and get some viewers and get some fun. But they're trying to paint it as if they're in like the suspenseful situation and like... I don't know what the hell is happening with this guy. I genuinely don't understand. What is that? Is that another camera they've got set up over there? It looks like a security camera or something. And what is this?
Later on during a ritual, they capture the moving figure several times again.
It's a completely different moving figure if it's the same one. The original one was shadowed. That looked more like the Fresno night crawlers. Is it a djinn? I'd like to know what the purpose of the seance is. It kind of almost looks like... Okay, so they obviously they can see it, physically see it. Go to it, investigate more. It's your job. This other guy on the floor, I don't know what's going on with him, but he's probably doing like that, how we do. Sometimes you put the mask over your eyes, put the headphones on, hold the talking box. Ah, it's a jinn.
ஐயா ரகுமானின் சுல்லான் ரகுமான் துல்லான் ரகுமான் ரகுமான்
He's just doing setups, man. He's just looking out for his fitness. It's that time, right? Fitness o'clock? Is that stupid horse from Adventure Time? Kind of sounds like Nick when he laughs.
As they move forward into the building, they capture creepy laughters and a dark figure moving in the background.
I guess their seance is over. Excuse me.
வெளிய போறதுக்கு கேமரா கட் பண்ண மாட்டேன் தேங்க்ஸ் இல்லனா எனக்கு என்ன நடந்தாலும் இது ரெக்கார்ட் ஆகணும்னா
Well, now it's on fire.
உள்ள பாருங்க
Oof. Doesn't sound like laughter. It sounds like they're crying.
சீக்கிரம் அப்படி பொறுமையா வாங்க போ
Maybe it's like a grain.
Safe.
What's up with this guy now? Is he exhausted?
Lastly, their ritual takes a creepy turn when a fire erupts with a demonic laughter in the background.
Oh.
As the man
You know what fire is a sign of? Demons. What is it? It's a UV? No, I don't think UV's part of it.
Festival crowd. His camera inadvertently captures something eerie in the building across from him.
Somebody checking out what's going on outside? Or is it something else that I'm supposed to be looking for?
In the dimly lit window, a faint figure of a young girl appears, her silhouette barely visible against the darkness. She
I vaguely see the shape of a bosom, so maybe it's a woman
her
who's
presence
just
hauntingly still and silent. The man zooms in.
She's just checking out what's going on in the street. How many times
the
do you
figure remains
in an apartment?
elusive, almost translucent.
That's odd. How many times the fire truck comes in past an apartment or anything like that, or you just stick your head out, just see what the lights and all the information's about, what's going on out there? So like I said, like yeah, there was some interesting stuff in there, but like let's be real here. Ghosts aren't real. It didn't scare me. Maybe if I didn't talk through the entire thing, I'd turn my lights off or threw the shutters up. Maybe you could startle me. Not with this, so nothing really of value. Like I said, they're not all going to be winners. You know, we're going to have some quick ones. Like this one's going on about 28 minutes. Hopefully that doesn't suck. But obviously, as we get a little bit further along, as we start to look into more things, we're going to become more comfortable with this, a little more animatic. It's sort of a little bit more in tune with it, and hopefully we don't have to look for videos like these and watch like compilations videos. I'd love to have some videos submitted to us. We don't currently have a media in which some videos can be submitted to us. I know my brother's a little apprehensive about it, but I would love to do some not covered video footage and of anything. Even if you want to send us a photo, you can discuss the photo. You send us a video, we'll discuss the video. And then hopefully, again, like I said, in the future, we'll do some more in-depth analysis on some of these videos, some of the more popular videos that people are like genuinely scared about. I'd love to do some UFO content. I love UFOs. I love aliens, stuff like that. But we're going to have to start off with this small stuff and then work our way up. And I hope you had fun. Hit that subscribe button, give us a like, it helps promote the channel. Let us know in the comments what you want to see. If you have any suggestions, or if you have any videos that you think are super cool, or if you think you can scare us, let us know. Peace.